the Indian government ensuring better social harmony among the common people of this diverse nation. Did you know? There is an entire organization which is sponsored by Western conglomerates which cater to separatist elements in India. India is a diverse country. Its plurality is what gives it definition. In the last 70 years, the Indian government has been able to implement significant changes into the system, ensuring better social harmony among the common people of this diverse nation. However, some elements with politically vested interests are exploiting the prevalent sensitive issues such as caste. Did you know that there is a whole network of systems which are solely working on exploiting and using casteism as a tool to disintegrate the ethos of our nation, the integrity of our roots? And that too, not only within the country but outside in a foreign land engaging with outer forces. They are not discussing caste or contemplating ways to treat it, rather they are nurturing a divide, creating a narrative of us versus them within the Hindus. There is an entire organization which is sponsored by Western conglomerates like George Soros which cater to separatist elements in India. Namaskar, you're watching The Big Debate with me Ananya Raheja. Touted as a progressive organization, the Equality Labs was founded by Dalit techie and self-proclaimed activist Thenmozhi Soundararajan. The main source of funding for Thenmozhi's Equality Labs is the Open Society Foundation owned by George Soros. Equality Labs claims to be a progressive institution formed to combat and fix caste discrimination in the US. However, the founders of this organization are linked with some questionable affiliations, including the controversial billionaire George Soros, who has very openly voiced his intention to destabilize India's democracy. The Equality Labs is just one of the many such organizations which are being run by the Islamic Jamaat and anti-India lobbying groups which have but one motive, that is, to break India's integrity into 1,000 pieces. It all began in June 2022, when Google Inc. came under scrutiny after an event on caste discrimination was called off. One of the speakers cancelled just before the event could take place, calling Google caste biased. Following which, a senior manager resigned to protest against the cancellation of the event. Similar cases emerged in the US, tech giants embroiled into controversial lawsuits filed on the grounds of caste-based discrimination. The Silicon Valley giant Apple had to make special provisions in its company terms, banning caste-based discrimination within the company. Other tech companies such as IBM also had to come with similar solutions, implementing laws against caste discrimination. Interestingly, the common link between all these lawsuits is the Equality Labs. Back in 2020, multiple global tech companies were dragged down in lawsuits associated with caste discrimination in the US. The origins of Equality Labs goes back to 2016 when it was established in the form of Ambedkarite South Asian Power Building Organization in US. The first name behind this grand web of lies and deceit is Thenmozhi Soundararajan, a Dalit activist born and brought up in the US. Thenmozhi's father, Thalavai Palayam Soundararajan, whose mention is found in the acknowledgement section of the Equality Labs report, is a doctor who migrated to the US in 1970s after graduating from Madras Medical College. He pursued internal medicine at the University of California in 1973 to 74 and later settled in the US. Interestingly, Dr. Soundararajan's medical career has been embroiled in several controversies and legal battles owing to his professional incompetence. Another co-founder of Equality Labs, Sharmin Hossain, is a Bangladeshi American. She served as the political director before rendering her resignation in March 2021. In April 2021, she founded a new organization called Queer Crescent, which is described as a political home for LGBTQIA+ Muslims. All the Equality Labs members have been engaged in various kinds of social activities to garner attention for publicity. One of the members, Aruna Lohitakshi, is an anti-caste activist and the executive director of an incubator called Project Mukti. She is also a board member of Jai Bhim International and Kerala, India. Lohitakshi is one of the key persons who promoted propaganda such as smash Brahmanical patriarchy and end caste apartheid with former Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey. Coming to the Equality Labs report, which brought it to mainstream fame in 2018. The alleged report was later used as a tool to file a lawsuit against Cisco. One of the authors of the caste report by Equality Labs is Natasha Dar, daughter of Huma Dar, a Kashmir Khalistan desk operative and the daughter of a Pakistani army officer and an ISI agent. Now picture this, a report on marginalization and oppression of Dalits in the US, authored by the daughter of a Khalistani sympathizer, a person with links to the ISI-based K2 desk. This is the same organization which was found forming a group of Kashmiri and Khalistani terrorists who recruited youth on social media and planned to carry out terrorist attacks in India. Huma Dar is engaged in not one but multiple such projects which exploit the fault lines of India. Dar actively participated in delivering speeches to espouse the formation of Khalistan. On June 11, 2017, she attended a Sikh rally where she openly sympathized with the Sikh separatist movement.
ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕਿਤੇ ਵੀ ਨਾ ਇਨਸਾਫੀ ਹੋਏ ਉਸ ਦੀ ਵਜ੍ਹਾ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਨਸਾਫ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਹਿਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਸ਼ਮੀਰੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇ ਉਂਝ ਵੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਦੁਸ਼ਮਣ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜੈਨੋਸਾਈਡ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਹਕੂਮਤ ਹੈ ਜੇ ਜਾਣ ਕੇ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦੀ ਹਕੂਮਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵੱਖਰਾ ਵੱਖਰਾ ਕਰ ਦੇ ਔਰ ਲੜਾਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਭਰਾ ਭੇਜੇਗੀ ਹਰਮੰਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਅਟੈਕ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਸ਼ਮੀਰੀ ਭੇਜਦੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਮਜ਼ਲੂਮ ਲੋਕੀਆਂ ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨ ਦੇ ਪੰਜੇ 'ਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਜ਼ਲੂਮ ਲੋਕੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਖਾਲੀ 10-15% ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਬਹਿ ਕੇ ਹਕੂਮਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ
Dar also propagates the Kashmir conflicts in the US. She has been listed as an expert in the Pakistan-backed organization Stand with Kashmir, which portrays as a stalwart activism group on the Kashmir matter. Marisvik Maitri is one of the other co-founders of Equality Labs. She is also a research director of the institution. She and Thenmoy Soundarajan have been working together for a long time now. She not only authored the report on caste discrimination, she is also behind the formation of the Dalit History Month, a project by Dalit Nation and Project Mukti in 2015. She is one of the brains behind the Two Circles, a news portal based in Massachusetts which caters to the issues of marginalized sections of India. But if you look into Two Circles, you will not find anyone by the name of Marisvik Maitri, because here Mari is known by a different name. Here she has a different identity, a different organization, a new name, but the same agenda. Reminds of an escaping criminal with multiple names. Valli Karunakaran, also known as Marisvik Maitri, is the editor of Two Circles. After working there as an employee for 2 years, she was one of the apex figures of the organization in November 2017. Interestingly, this person with two names is also in two different fields. One is journalism and the other as an activist. But why are we mentioning Two Circles in a program about Equality Labs? Because not one but three names in the Equality Labs report are directly linked with one element, and that is Two Circles. The report acknowledges two persons, Kashiful Huda and Vinay Bhatt. Kashif is the founder of Two Circles and Vinay is the former director of this institution. And the third person is the author of the report herself, Marisvik Maitri. In the first episode of the series, we looked into how self-serving people have schemed the whole plot behind the Equality Labs. The faces behind the Equality Labs loom in subservience to some powerful people, with one aim, to disintegrate India. For some personal gains, they are willing to sell out the country to external forces without fully comprehending the bigger picture. In our next episode, we will look deeper into the founder of Two Circles, Kashiful Huda, the Indian origin journalist based in the US, a staunch supporter of the banned radical outfit, Students Islamic Organization of India, the predecessor of PFI, with links to Pakistan-based terror outfit Lashkar-e-Taiba. Stay tuned.